The 20th General Council of the Church, the first Council of the Vatican, held in 1869. The Council of Trent ended in 1563. The next General Council will meet after 30 years in the Vatican. These 3 centuries were epoch-making years in the history of the world. Democratic governments were sown in everywhere in Europe. Anti-clerical elements in Europe began to knock at the edifice of St. Peter with the hope that the autocratic papacy would crumble down. In 1779, Emperor Napoleon of France forcibly carried away the sick and old pontiff Pius VI across the Alps. On the 29th of August, the Pope died at Valence. There was jubilation all over Europe. The hated papacy has ended. There will be no more popes. The last successor of the great fisherman is dead. The last pope dies at Valence. These were some headlines of newspapers on the morning of August 29, 1779. Yet out of the corpse of the papacy began a new generation of popes, noblemen like Pius VII, Leo VIII, Pius VIII, Gregory XIV, and Pius IX, who called the General Council of the Vatican in 1869. Pius was elected on the 16th of June 1846. He was only 54 years old. After his election, he proposed to the cardinals the idea of calling a General Council. The majority agreed, but because of the political situation in Europe, the Pope had to wait for some 18 years to materialize his project. On the 29th of June 1868, Pius IX published the bull Eternal Father, convoking the Council of the Vatican. The date for the opening was fixed on the 8th of December 1869 at St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. He explained the purpose of the Council in these words: to restate the faith which had been attacked ever since the Council of Trent, to review clerical life, Christian marriage, education of the youth, and the relationship between the Church and the states, and finally to find means to promote peace and prosperity everywhere. The wickedness of God's enemies, said the Pope, assails the teachings of the Church of vast prosperities, brought dissolution of religious orders, exiled or imprisoned bishops, set up atheistic education, allowed the publication of wicked books and the establishment of secret societies to destroy God's church. He hoped that all bishops would take advantage of the means of transportation provided to reach Rome on the appointed day. Times were very bad for the papacy. The Pope was not only the head of the Catholic Church, but also the ruler of the Papal States, which at that same time spread over 38 square miles in Italy, France, and Germany. The council opened on the 8th of December 1869. There were 744 bishops, including the cardinals. Out of them, 200 were from Italy. The rest came from different countries: 12 from England, 19 from Ireland, 46 from USA, 20 from Germany, 58 from Austria, 36 from Spain, 30 from Latin America, 50 from Oriental churches, and 100 missionaries bishops from Asia, Africa, and Australia. The Pope presided over the opening functions and the 3 public sections. By far, the most important event of the Council of the Vatican was the proclamation of the infallibility of the popes. It was not even on the agenda proposed for debate in the Council. It came out during the discussion of faith. When the question of infallibility was introduced into the Council, some bishops from USA, France, and Germany opposed it. But those who wished for the definition accused the bishops of lack of faith. The doctrine of infallibility, as it was proposed, was that the popes were divinely preserved from error when they make these declarations addressed to the whole church on matters of faith and morals. 500 bishops signed the petition asking Pope Pius IX to define it, while 136 bishops wrote not to define the doctrine. By May of 1870, the number of those who stood against the definition came as low as 88. On the 4th of July, the debate ended. On the 13th of April, there was a trial of votes in which 451 bishops voted yes, while 88 voted no. 76 bishops did not cast their votes. Finally, it was decided that the final voting will take place on the 18th of July. On that day, 537 bishops assembled in St. Peter's for the historical session. Pope Pius IX presided over the meeting. When the vote was taken, 535 bishops voted for the definition of papal infallibility, while 2 voted against it. 88 bishops did not attend the session. When the Pope read the formula of definition, the 2 who voted against it came to the papal throne and kneeling before the Pope, they said, "Holy Father, we too believe now." The next item on the agenda was the study of ecclesiastical discipline. But as the deliberations were going on, Rome fell to the forces of United Italy. On that day, 20th of September, Pope Pius IX suspended the First Vatican Council indefinitely. It has never reassembled since then.